We appear to be... Oh, that appears to be actually there. Well, hey. That's good. Only a little bit delayed. Whee! Hello. Hello, everybody who's already in. Mic check. I think this needs to be closer. Okay, chink. Okay. Way, good. I mean, the little slider there says I'm about loud enough. But what does it know? There you go. I'm not gonna start proper until it's actually 4. But I thought I'd jump in just a little early because it's not exactly old hat at the moment. Okay. I don't think Dr. Awesome Sauce is here in chat. If you think I sound like Dr. Awesome Sauce, that is because I have a cold. And that's funny. I shall have to tell them later. I've been trying to stream on a more sensible day for a while. Usually I can't. But I was in a position where, I could do it after work. I ended up not being able to even go to work because of the aforementioned illness, which doesn't affect my ability to talk, just my ability to not be disgusting at a desk. Alright, so what I have available today is a pre-recorded bit of drawing in Krita, which I will play when it actually gets to 4. Who knows? Okay. Dropping in and out to say that I have a great stream. Wish I could stay, but working and the way my shift is going so far, I'm gonna need this by the time I get off. Well, all the luck to you. I hope your shift goes swimmingly henceforth. Any whoosies. Did you do art for a music video for Green Lantern? You're probably talking about Kirby Crackle's ring capacity? And I did do that as kind of a pinch hitter. It wasn't supposed to be me. Because I'm like, I love Kirby Crackle, I love him to death, but we do not know a lot of the same nerd stuff. So they had to explain so many things to me while I pinch hit for this other person that just couldn't do it. Okay. Now it's 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna start the pre-record. Yay! There was a point at which somebody came into the room and like, help! My computer did something dumb, please fix it. And so there's a big flipping pause in the middle of the recording that I did not get rid of. So when that happens, that's why. Any whoosies. I'm not drawing anything No Evil related. I'm drawing a very ancient OC from that I'd made up in college. The story of drawing that OC is that when I drew them, I was like, in college, I was like, ugh, I want to draw something and do a really good job, because I was feeling frustrated that nothing ever turned out like how I wanted, really. So, I did this OC, and I'm like, I'm gonna try really hard. I'm gonna go slow and careful and draw this OC really, really well. It was like, I was bound and determined. And as a result, it is rendered a lot more detailed than I otherwise would have. And I still look at it and go, you know what? Past me, you did an okay job. You neglected the heck out of the background, but you did an okay job. And I was like, I want to bring that energy of that to a new piece where I just try really, really hard. And I don't finish this piece in this, obviously. It's only an hour-ish long, and I pause in the middle of it, so I only kind of get a bunch of line work done. Anyway. The OC's name is Clover Eternity. It is very shoujo manga. And it did not have a backstory. She's there totally managing to rip off both Colette's wings from Tales of Symphonia and Witch's wings from Tales of Symphonia, because I had one setting in 2008-ish. What's even the point of drawing OCs if they're not posed real well on a plain white background anyway? Lol. Yeah, that's the realness, isn't it? Very true. Very accurate. I'm going to a wetland while I watch your stream. Okay. Water puns. Yay. Can't think. Fog. In brain. Water pun. Do it yourself. I'm backing up in chat, see if I missed anything. Well, I started. It's not going heckin' fast, so I might be able to keep up. The UI for brushes on Krita is annoying to navigate. Well, you know what's funny? It was like I'm starting to feel like I say all of these things and people are like, why do you use that? I'm like, because I came from Adobe, and everything is a step up when you came from Adobe. Also, like I went back to Adobe because for all of its flaws, Photoshop had spell check, and that is critical for me because I just see words wrong. It's just a thing I have to cope with. I'm hoping I can figure out how to get spell check to spell check a Krita file. Maybe. There might be a plugin that one can create. Any whoosies. But like the brush stabilizer is such a vast improvement upon the Photoshop one. I drew a line in Photoshop and it was so crinkly when I went back to it in order to create this information packet thing that required spelling to not be atrocious. And I'm like, oh, I remember this. Oh, the crinkles, the crinkly lines. That doesn't happen in Krita. Yo, what is up, Bitsy? How's it been going? Busy! Like, I always say that every time, but this one was particularly loaded. Some of you from the Patreon are probably aware that I have moved to a new operating system. I had to move to it because the other one was a chuggin'. And so I was like, alright, it's time to pull the band-aid off. We're going completely Adobe free and we're doing a different OS. We're using Linux. In which a lot of time has been dedicated to learning new editing program of some kind, because can't use Premiere anymore. That was the band-aid that needed ripping off. That was the last one. And I'm still not fixed upon the one that I like, but at the very least there is a file format that can transfer to a different one if I so desire. So even if I don't end up using the video editor that I'm using now, I can move to another one without a problem. And of course, the learning of the Linux just in general has been kind of interesting. For the most part, it's not as bad as one might suppose. It's got a bad rap, but there is certain fiddly bits where you have to make your own fixes from scratch and write them yourself sometimes. So Alright, so is No Evil just dead now? Nope. The next episode, right now, without the spacing that must be added for sound, is 6 minutes long. And usually that, at this point, it's gonna be longer than that, because it's all just kind of together, because there needs to be pauses for audio to happen. That I don't know how long the audio is, so it's gonna have to be longer. So it's a 6 minute order, which is a little on the longer side. I don't have all the voice work yet. Still. Jokingly, an episode 5 episodes down the line is closer to being done than the next one, although the next one is 100% inked, and about 10% colored and like 10% backdropped. I was like, and it was the learning curve. It was the learning curve to I'm learning a new video editor. So that has been a very slow process. Despite the fact that the video editor itself has a lot of conveniences that have shortened the process, the learning of it has lengthened the process. So there's that. Also, the comic is still 80% done. But I wanted to be able to get the next episode ready enough so that someone can work on sound design while I just polish up the comic. So it's at a point where, like, my sound guy can do something now, which is Mr. Shoes. Would beta readers work just as well? That's probably what I'm gonna end up going with. I'm gonna print the bugger off in Uber Draft and say, help me find spelling errors. Please, oh please. Which happened the first time anyway. But they had the benefit of help from the spell check the first time. I've only used Krita and GIMP when that was a thing. I think my first any fan art was with GIMP. I've heard things about GIMP. I've never used it. It keeps getting name dropped. I don't know why I never tried it. Oh man, why'd the stream have to come on band practice? It's never a perfect time. I gotta really vary up the stream business, frankly. I gotta do some wild variations. I gotta be doing it at like 7 a.m. for me, for the lulz, which wouldn't be actually that hard. That kind of thing. We get a new No Evil episode in the following months after you're messing new software. It is now downhill, so I expect it'll be relatively soon. Although I suspect that the comic will probably come first. It's tough to say. Stopping by to let you know I'm still proudly displaying a corn plush I bought Mew probably like a decade ago. I'm so happy he's still alive. Yay! I love the No Evil episodes. They're my favorite. Well, thank you. Can I ask what accent does Calamity have? Local one, Montana. American Indian population mostly. Are these just episodes or will they be like season 2 and 3 type thing? Well, okay, currently technically we're on season 3. My seasons are very short and small. Like my episodes. And they are decided by period of completion, not like episode count. The episode count on this one might be a little long and a little weird because it's kind of an ambitious idea. It's one of those things where like, okay, you know what? It's a little spooky, but I have this ambitious idea and I want to get it done in my lifetime, so I better start now, kind of a thing. Speaking of Mr. Shoes, how is he? Anything new with him? He's doing alright, helping me with my computer a lot. We play video games once a week usually as a wind down. Eventually we'll get around to finishing the Deltarune chapter 3. Lol, let me help. I'm a great beta reader. Trust. There might be a certain degree of beta reading that happens just purely for the sake of I put it up and then I discover that there is a typo and someone tells me immediately after putting it up. It's inevitable. It'll happen. Are you going to continue the Noah? Yeah, absolutely. We got a comic coming, and the next episode is completely animated. It is completely animated. It is line-arted. I think almost completely line-arted. I don't think there's anything missing now, except for maybe, like, extra scene bits, like little animals in the foreground, little bugs in the foreground type stuff. Like, filler. Atmosphere. It is about 6 minutes long right now, at last count, and usually it gets longer at this point, but, yeah, that's where we at with No Evil. This is not, the thing that's happening on screen is not No Evil, it is, an OC from a long time ago. I don't get to draw a lot of stuff that isn't No Evil, so, when I'm like, oh, I need to draw something to have going, And I'm like, well, I don't have anything No Evil that isn't spoiler-tastic that I can record. So let's just kind of do a getting to know Reno Krita sort of super long and careful illustration. Like how you're going back to some comics. I finished Judgment. It is so pretty, feeling kind of kitty. That one, I'm glad to go back to comics. It's one of those things for a little bit. That bugbear is rearing its ugly head again of don't do two things at the same time. It's tough. And I'm like, well, maybe sometimes we'll do two things at the same time. In this instance, it gives me something to hop to when I can't work on the actual animation proper. Which, again, is happening a little bit more because I have to wait for stuff. Terrified to learn more about those statues in Scully's hallway. Yeah. Spooky business. Where is the comic? Okay, where is the comic coming out? Same place as Judgment. I might not put it up on Google. I might just be Lulu. And I'll put it up on the Patreon for Patreon folks. Judgment should also be for Patreon folks if you scroll through my feed. Definitely Lulu. Google is behaving weird. And has been for a little while, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to put stuff up with you anymore. So it might just be Lulu, and I'll be researching other backups for a second place to go with something, but I was like, might not do Google again. Their bookstore ain't great anyway. Still rocking the backwards sticker on my laptop. I've survived a few years now. Oh, they must make good stickers. I don't know if I got any stickers from TeePublic when I was testing stuff out. Does the comic take place during current episodes or slightly after events of No Evil, but long before Bowser's Fun? It is another prequel comic that I am currently working on. Similar to what Judgment was. And it's kind of doing the same thing that Judgment did for the current arc. Who is your favorite that you love from No Evil? I couldn't tell you. They kind of all are. Oh dear. Why were spirits adopted by humans? Because those were the adults that were there? Simple as. I have a question. When Calamity says to Charles, "Before I bite you," was that a reference to the Wizard of Oz movie? Aniab says that to the scary bicycle lady. If it was a subconscious one. Like, Oz is in my blood. I don't even know what bits I'm referencing from it anymore. It's just there. Hello, everyone. Hi! Hello, everybody. Doot, doot, doot. Pooey was a real dude, I'd adopt him because he's so blank-minded and is too funny. Aha! Ha! That doesn't mean blank action. I feel the same way about Naval. I've been watching it for so long, it permanently changed my brain chemistry. Oh, that's so nice to say. That kind of effect is happening. Have a fun stream. I always come back with songs, whatever I need to live in another world for a little while. Well, if you're leaving, you have a good rest of your day. Have fun. More songs incoming. Seriously, that is also one of the things. That was also one of the things that was like a new program, and I'm like, I don't have. Oh, well, not Adobe, but the DAW that we were using is not on this computer because it's gonna take some doing to put on this computer. So a little bit behind getting Muse's stuff done, and there's a neat little musical thing that I want to do, which is going to be a little more challenging. So that's an entire thing too. I hear that Audacity is going to turn into a DAW. Maybe that'll have to be the one if the other one just refuses to get on this computer. Is Paula Ox a spirit or just a random animal you found? It's one of the animals that you just find in the world. Buggering. Howler, I think. It's not Hodag, it's Howler. I'm pretty sure. I have it written down in my, like... I always reference my Bibles because I never remember a lot of terms, and I have to go back to them all the time. And who we do quantum physics math when nobody's watching him? Yes, and he won't use numbers when he does it. That isn't supposed to make any sense. Anyway. Who is indeed a man of action. Yep. Shoot dang. Oh, I'm here just past midnight. Heck! So maybe pass out before I get charged much more. Yeah, I mean... Wow. Can't do that sort of thing anymore. That is something that will never happen. Can't stay up past a certain point anymore. So it will either be afternoon stuff or very early for me. I have 3 pages of questions I wrote down as I was watching No Evil. Haha, my brother wanted to know if you plan on doing an AMA at any point. Is that one of them Reddit things? These streams are probably the closest to an AMA that I'll probably do. I don't have a Reddit account. I've only ever seen them on Reddit, but there might be other places. It's 6:24 where I am at. 3:24 in... I hope that looks like afternoon, not 3 PNW. Okay, yeah, alright. 11:34 here. Dang. Yeah, that makes sense. 5:25 PM. We're all over the place, ain't we? Have you heard what's going on with age verification? Not much of anything. I know, is there a no evil Reddit? I think there is a no evil Reddit. Back to the, oh, did I finish my thought with age verification? No, I don't know much of anything. I haven't heard much of anything, and Google tends to send stuff straight into my junk mail. Not that it ever tells me much anything anyway. If we're talking the Google stuff. But the Google, like, weird age verification nonsense is one of the reasons why I'm like, I don't think I'll put my comic on Google just in case something screwy happens to this account. For whatever reason. Because I can't seem to hear a straight answer. As per usual, you can always find me on Newgrounds. We always have a backup, friends. I can go two ways. Fizzle out and dies, or go full 1984 dysphoria. Dystopia. Dysphoria. Lol. Dystopia. And then fizzle out and die, because that sort of thing doesn't last very long. People underestimate how much being kind of a tool makes it difficult for things to even function. A general rule of, if you break things, things break. News at 11, I guess. He uses it more. This is about Reddit. He uses more than I do. I don't know. It was a Reddit thing. That's where I first heard of them being done. I'm sure they're done in other locations. Is that Krita Icy? It is. I like Krita. Mostly because I'm like, pen stabilizer. There is a point at which I, oh, there it is. I'm at the point where I'm fighting with my mouse wheel. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably a way to adjust the tablet space sensitivity issue that you run into. The tablet space sensitivity appears to be a little bit more close, start up a little sooner than it did on the other machine. I don't know. I don't know what's up there. I trust Google less and less every year. Things age, and sometimes they age in a negative direction. I have had issues watching No Evil on YouTube every now and then, but I'm 25, don't get between No Evil episodes, YouTube guidelines, I'll throw who you do. Oh, the ones that get blocked in kids mode are so weird. I had a look at it. I'm like, I activate restricted mode just to see what happens when you're forced into restricted mode, and the ones that go away make no sense. I'm like, the ones that have literally blood warning in the title, they stayed put. But last time I checked, so it was like, I don't know what's going on here. Any whoosies. Tom, can we get subtitles on Newgrounds? Can we do that yesterday? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with the news on like updates to what Newgrounds can handle, so maybe there's subtitles by now. What have I told you about the government's wanting to? Oh yeah, that the whole chestnut. Absolutely bonkers made. Dumb as heck, won't do anything. Incidentally, if it ain't worth it. whatever one is kind of, if people are badging you for your ID and hand it over to a third party goddamn website, it ain't worth it. And if you can keep it from happening, that's probably good for your privacy. Jehoshaphat. We all collectively abandon all electronic devices and run into the woods. It sounds good. Not plausible at this point, but maybe just a break. I just binged No Evil Day because I was feeling nostalgic. I can't believe that it has managed to get to a point where it could be classified as such. Oh no. I'm running into the hopping chat again. It's been ages since I got a notification from this channel. I'm not watching No Evil. Can't wait for more. And to catch up some. I can't wait for more either. It was like, truthfully, the fact that it's been taking so long, it wears on my soul too, just so you know. Such is life. I am becoming old fart. I can't even really go as fast as I used to. Physically. Oh, eBay. Alright. Deltarune and No Evil question here. If Tezcatlipoca's and the tuning fork darkner forms, what would they be like? I think technically, I was like, I have seen spoilers for 4, so I know what happens in 4. So kind of sort of spoils for 4. They would be like, they'd probably be like Tlaylock, Tepeyolotl, and what's her face? Koyo Shakti. Like, that would be it. Honestly, No Evil's really structured as best possible nowadays. Instead of, I don't know if it's coming out or not, like Netflix, you're like, it's coming out on Netflix. I would tell you guys if something catastrophic happened. Or I would make sure that you'd know whether or not it's actually dead. I would man up and I would tell you. Or make sure it was known. Imagine an alternate timeline where Kitty becomes wielder of the Black Tezcatlipoca instead. Like, because of rules, it would not happen. But, interesting concept. So, like, the secret boss of Chapter 4. Yeah. Kinda so. Yeah. Charles and Chris have so many similarities. Like hair. Lol. Charles does way the heck more talking. We have entered the part of the video where I am fighting with curls. So much fighting. First part of characters and enjoyed a curly hair. Curly hair is fine if it's a certain kind of curly hair that is more haphazard, but I had to give this broad ringlets. And that is some kind of wet. I can't hear you. I haven't played chapter 3 or 4 yet. It's not. Who would be the Three Stooges of the any universe? Huh. Like, if you mean three characters that are comedic together and get up to shenanigans, that is Calamity, Huey, and Icky, although they do not share personality traits with the Three Stooges. Anybody with that dynamic, I don't know if I have a characters with that particular dynamic. I love a kitty as one who wields the red Texas pickle, because it seems to fit well that she would be the one to take responsibility. I don't know, plan from the start, but it's pretty early on. That one was a pick pretty early on. Tee-hee, laughing to myself. Hee-hee-hee. I'm gonna come up with a backstory for Gray Fox that is similar to the Raven. Silly buggers. Giggling to myself like I am 3. Red Texas Pickles unironically sounds like a pickle snack brand. And yeah, I'd go for it. It's like dried pickle chips with chili powder on them. I don't know if that's a thing that could be real, but it sounds like it could be. We seem to have entered the point in the video where I was asked to do tech support. Because we have been staring at the same face for a while. Rats. Misclicked. Sorry, 1 second. I'm still here. I accidentally pushed stop when I was trying to adjust something. I gotta find where I was. There you go. Wonderful. Okay. Whoopsie doopsie. All right. Blue Texas pickle is made with mint. Ola. Ola. Blah. Mint flavored pickles. I can't even. We shall all have to look up red chamoy pickle as the equivalent. Right, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Who are we gonna stand by for any tech support? I need to have like a tech support like screen for when something goes goofy and that I can just put up. Are you aware of Sif's new thing? Yeah, okay. Tales of Zale had I think a Kickstarter thing. So folks should look at that and check that out. They had a big Q&A that I have not started yet. One should give that a look at. Black Texas pickles made with licorice. Oy vey. Good night, nurse. This is a cucumber. White Texas pickle made from albino cucumber. No, they took it and they put it out in the snow, and it got frosted. It's their popsicle option. Lit. Can't wait for the limited edition evil snacks. Good grief. Maybe you could get sponsored by gamer stuff. Is the gamer aspect important for the marketing? Because I feel like it would be. A frozen cucumber might not actually be all that bad as a popsicle. A frozen pickle, however, would be probably pretty grotesque. Who he would definitely be a gamer now. Probably. Charles is a gamer. Maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. He's like 11. Although I would imagine that like he pretends that he has more intellectual pursuits, like reading books and stuff, but secretly he's just like, I don't know, playing solitaire. I couldn't come up with a debasing game. Pumpkin flavored everything. I am down for this. Watashi wa kokuchi ga suki desu. Ah. Yet another Ronin Warriors deep cut. Oh yeah, that's one. Roblox. That is a game that children play. I don't know if he'd be banned for saying something offensive, but he might be banned for like threats. So I guess that does count as offensive, but Not vulgar, necessarily. Tech support lasts a while. But I think I do finish the hair eventually. I was like, there's nothing more. It was like such creative threats as I will fill your house with spiders. I'm
Tiny writing.
my deal the faithful.
I hope that was close.
How did Kitty learn to steal the jackal? It comes from her days on technically a farm. Technically. I should unabandon that background comic. Hi, bestie, which is hilarious. Hi, Pee-wee Gigglestick. Now that one is words I can say. Unless there's a ridiculous, redonkulous way to pronounce that, that's what it looks like. Which is an excellent username. Would Hui survive as a U.S. Marine recruit in Full Metal Jacket? Yeah. I was like, Hui turns everything into, like, Looney Tune rules. You made a post with character sheets for some of the characters. Will you make another one with Charles in it? Yeah, I'm sure. Yes. That would, the previous Bible might not have had it, but the second one should. Though a lot of the stuff in the second one is spoilery right now, so it's not being put up quite yet until some of the more important spoilers are a little down the line. Will we get to see more of the spirit's background in the future? Yeah. Yes. Not Charles, I mean Clark. Oh. Think so. I think so. I think that is in the for the second Bible for season 3. Let's go. I love Clark. He's turning out to be a lot more fun than I initially intended. Where's Clark on the moral scale? You're gonna see a lot more Clark, and I'm gonna let you make that decision. Would Kitty be able to get along with the likes of Anakin Skywalker from the show Star Wars Clone Wars? You're gonna have to make that choice for me, because I haven't seen that show. Okay. Would Kitty... I lost my place in the chat again. Alright. I feel it's at the end. What's wrong with me? Alright. I feel like Clark is the one that will wield the blue Texas pickle he's got. Well, it is a thought. There's more to Clark that is on the surface, that's for darn sure. She would be caught off with how impulsive he could be and wanted to get action now. Yeah, okay. So, similar to the situation with Charles then, I guess. I hope the commentary continues to be compelling. And that is the end of the actual thing. That now it stopped abruptly because I had to push stop. I was like, this was not enough, other than the fact that maybe I should have a fade out or something to gently ease us into the end. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Many people who haven't seen Star Wars is always so peculiar. I feel like it's the type of thing most people's dads show them at a young age when just end up liking you later or not. I have seen a Star Wars thing that we had recorded on VHS that is not anything that anybody cares about or knows about. It's like an Ewok side story with some blonde kid. That is the only one I've seen. I don't remember any of it, so I can't really make any commentary. I do, however, have Spaceballs on DVD. I don't think it's the holiday special. I don't think it is. I've seen people make fun of the holiday special. It isn't the holiday special. Let me see if I can't find it. maybe it is. According to this thing, it says Ewoks Battle for Endor. I don't know if that's it. It's not the Ewok cartoon. I've seen bits and pieces of that. It's not that. Oh yeah, it must be this Ewoks Battle for Endor thing. May the Schwartz be with you. Yee. If you've seen Spaceball, you know enough to get by. Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't worry much about folks who haven't seen Star Wars or have, but don't love. I know that's enough for me. That's a good way to think about it. Same attitude I have towards a lot of the popular animes. That's healthy and sensible and good manners. Alright. How many thousands of One Piece episodes are there? So many franchises feel like a part-time job. Yeah, you kind of have to pick your fave, huh? One Piece was the friends we made along the way. You can't consume them all. It's just not possible. Been loving this Arrow Troopers sequel. I want to see it, but I wanted to make it through the original all the way through as a refresher before watching it, which will allow some episodes to build up. So I haven't seen it yet, but I have seen everything I see about it is a green flag, so that's nice. No, evil isn't easy to sell. 'Cause it's short. Lol. Wanted to say thanks for taking my suggestions for an art on Patreon. You have done amazing work bringing to life ideas I don't have time to. Well, I'm glad you like them. I promise I work really hard. Excuse me. Speaking of ultra obscure, have you seen the anime movie Night on the Galactic Railroad? Yes! That's the one with the cats. I have seen it. I don't remember much. I remember it's sad. Movie hits you in the feelings, especially at the end. Certainly does. I like a quiet build to a tragedy. Feel like Ghibli movie spirits and No Evil Spirits would get along. Non-Korean, that is. Maybe. I'm currently watching the 90s animation reboot. Quality. Excellent choice. That tone change in season 3. Love it. And if you want that tone all the way through, you watch Shadow Raiders. Or War Planets, whichever you ended up with. Good luck on your live stream. It's probably gonna close pretty soon, so y'all should lightning round with me. I always don't know how much you've paid. No, it is a real treasure. I always watch out. Takes I'm down there like obscure stand-up comedy. I miss the get-togethers that make those. It's a little more isolated now. Nothing like my opinion is alphanumeric. Alphanumeric. I like that sometimes we enjoy the same things. Are that faithful in... Okay, that was not at me. Okay. Any plans for more musical episodes, songs, music, someone... Yes. Okay. There's, pretty sure there's going to be a musical interlude in the next one. There should be a musical episode that's mostly music. And also 2 more musical interludes that I feel like need to be put in there somewhere. If it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out, but 2 of them I really want to get in there. Hello, yay! Can't wait to see that one. Have to do this stuff from scratch now. Can't be a lazy booger. It's not olden YouTube times. Alright, what? Oh, how's it different now? Well, okay. Back in the day on YouTube, we were people played it a lot more fast and loose with using material that they did not have the rights to, and I was one of them. I would ask like artists that I had contact with, if, hey, can I use this and put this up? And they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm like, I got it kind of a yeah, okay, whatever from the Kingston Trio of all people. I think I have that printed off somewhere. And Margaret's Lullaby, but like YouTube itself is such a pill when it comes to actually using this. I'm like, I asked, it was fine, why are you being a butt? So that it was I asked the lady that did the bluegrass version of Stuck in the Middle. I contacted them specifically to, are you cool with it? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. But YouTube likes to restrict things. It has a whole system that makes it difficult. Like it's that meme. I consent. You forgot to ask somebody. The YouTube algorithm, so that it's just like a lot more convenient just to make it from scratch yourself. Millennium Newbie Music be posting on the Bank app. I burned a few of the songs of the CD, which was difficult to figure out. I'm happy you figured that out. Everybody should know how to burn a CD, man. And, okay, to answer the question, I got distracted by the chat moving. Yeah, I like the stuff that I'm working on now, I'm hoping to put on the Bandcamp. Should be easy to do, put up, finished. I'm glad you didn't restrict her for using Philips bell. Well, the bells, some countries can't see it, which is, someone on did an ask on Tumblr and was like, are you gonna do a supercut? And I'm like, what I want to do is a supercut where I do covers of all the songs. So it'll be slightly less tied up in places and people can actually watch them. That is a whole thing. And it might be a whole thing that I do when we have to, like, train using the new DAW on this computer. It's like, let's spam just doing a bunch of stuff to learn the software. Might be a thing. Currently working on a fan comic now if you're interested in called Foundation Game. It's on Newgrounds. I do a like folks who want to look at that, you should look at that. I tend to follow the same logic that other creators do, especially when they work for a production company, to go, I'm not going to necessarily look at fan stuff because that's bad ethics, because I want people to know that I didn't rip them off. So this is like, I won't necessarily look at it if it's a piece of writing. If it's a fan of No Evil fan thing. If it's a fan thing for something else that I'm actually a part of, cool beans, maybe I'll look. like a Samurai Troopers thing. Totally will look at Samurai Troopers things. You're live. I've been wanting to actually see you live. We're in lightning round. Ask your questions. You're doing evil, but you could start a band. Start doing covers because your music is good. Thank you. It's so nice of you to say. There's too many things in this world I want to do. Oh my god, bestie, I've been watching No Evil for years since childhood. Haha, so good to talk to you. Hello, Jonathan J. 261. I hope you're having a good night. Or morning. I don't know where you are. That would be weird. Or afternoon, I guess. Would Charles get fired for working at a 7-Eleven? He'd be the one that his coworkers would want to fire, but they can't catch him at it. Also, I think that would be child labor because he's like 11. We have the benefit of him being on wise to his shenanigans from the get-go, but he was somewhat of a good schmoozer to regular people. They labor him anyway. Can you say some lines from the series? Give me a quote then. I need knowable action figures. We're gonna have to just kind of have plushies, because that's what I can make. Hello, Slagich. Cool. Okay, that one doesn't have. That one is missing vowels. I don't think I can say it. VF5IL. I'm too dyslexic for leet. If Glitch wanted to pick up Noodle, would you take up there? Probably not. Probably not. Unless we did like a one shot. Cause it's not exactly structured for traditional production is the issue. I have to make a new thing from scratch. Could you say, Hui, how are you here? Hui, how are you here? I think that's how I did that. I remember getting some merch from months ago. Wanted to say thank you. No, thank you for giving some merch. It's always very nice of you. I feel like New Evil has done well enough. You don't need anyone else to pick it up. I say knowing nothing about the behind the scenes. Well, yeah, sometimes it's just okay to be kind of community theater. It doesn't have to be a big honking thing. There's Birch Pro, I want up. There's always the Tea Public. That is always there. Around Christmas, I like to have some stuff up on my Etsy. But most of the merch is currently Tea Public stuff that is linked on my website. Oh. Hi, Alon Roman 2549. That, ow, tiny text. Like, I don't even remember how I did that. I had like 50 takes of good hustle. I'm drawing a blank. It's probably something like good hustle. Something like that. The Fire Crow shirt. It's my favorite shirt. Cool beans. The first t-shirt place that I did, that one kind of looked wonky. I'm liking how T Public prints on things a little better. And when you record yourself, you get to have pillow forts. Typically people do. I have a box. It doubles as a closet. Blooper reel is just 50 good hustle. Maybe I could dig it up. I want to make a no evil YouTube poop at some point. My friends and I have been joking about it for a while now. Have fun. I always encourage having fun and doing silly things. Sorry if I missed it. Can you say famous lives from... I don't know what is famous. Is the thing. So if you have a specific one to request, then I will do it. Real quick during lightning round. No evil isn't really intended to be famous, is it? Nah. I don't know if famous things intend to be famous. Necessarily. Okay, well, that's a lie. A lot of things that are famous have intended to be so. Give me back my fish. Okay, alright. I don't know what I did. You ain't fooling nobody. Give me back my fish. Something like that. It's been a while. Okay. We got holes in this corn. We got holes in this corn. I know you're home. That's very close. Amazing. You do not seem at all concerned that this is all a poorly constructed tapestry of lies. We ought to talk about your kleptomania. I don't know if that's the exact quote. I don't remember all of the exact quotes. I wrote them. I don't remember them. Obviously, I can't do the imitations of the other actors who are not here. They are also excellent and unique. Surprising number of creators can't do impression of their own characters on the spot is not weird. I blue screen a little. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Right. No games. Come on, get the... That one's tripped on my tongue a little. It's fun to quote things, though. I quote, I hear loud noises from Sailor Moon Abridged, the super old one. A lot. You voice Kitty too, right? Yeah, I do. She's a little difficult to do right now because if you weren't here at the beginning, and I don't think you were, I bet you that I have a cold right now. So Calamity's gonna be real easy because my voice gets lower. Kitty's gonna be kind of hard. Kitty with a cold is probably just gonna sound like Calamity doing a bad Kitty impression. Excuse me. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up, guys. Oh, okay. Question. I'll answer this question. When Rip does a Kitty impression, was that you or Rip's VA? I asked Rachel the Flying to do her own voice work. So that should be Rachel the Flying. First time I saw it like 9 years ago, and it was a formative experience. So excited to see a new video go up. I hope to have several still go up. Thank you for saying so. Oh, no worries, you don't have to if you don't. Too hard. Wish you health. Thank you. No. Wait, there's no trivia game. Not this time around. I think I have it available, ready to go for the next one. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any funny business, because this is the first stream on the new system. If you weren't here earlier, previously mentioned, I have new tech now, and I wanted to make sure everything kind of worked, so it was going to be a watching me draw stream / Q&A, and I would do like funky business with Blender and the trivia game when I was certain everything was good. It didn't give me too much business when I was doing testing 1 2 3, but I didn't want to throw in too many curveballs. So that one is going to be the spring one. The spring stream will have a trivia game. When I first found the mail, I had less than 20 episodes. Dang. Thanks for still being here. Oh, see, it was nice talking to everybody till next time. Thanks for being here, folks. I know. I know, folks. Some folks just got here. Oh, it's never always a great time. One more question. How do you guys make the songs in episode 10 and 2, the trio singing, and I am a poor wayfaring stranger? I assume. Like the wayfaring stranger one was weird because, I recorded my own, tempo for that one with the drum separate, and then I sang with it, and I had my brother singing his part. He sang his first, so I could sing to his, because I found that a little easier to do, and so it was just kind of adding a piece at a time, kind of singing with who had already been recorded, and then just kind of editing it together. It's gonna, the next ones are gonna be a little bit more sophisticated, I think. We'll have actual, metronome to sing to. That is, so we don't have to, like, go with a human beat necessarily. if we have to record it separately rather than just recording it all at once, which would be a little more difficult to do with only one mic. I'm going to have to rewatch the entire thing soon. It's been so long since I watched it. It goes a long time without new stuff. New technology could smell fear and get stage fright. It can do. The new Reek's behaving kindly. I love the trivia too. I think the trivia is fun. You have to do April specifically for my birthday. Maybe could. I like doing in the one smack dab in the middle. And I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that I'd be able to do the comic for March. So it would make sense for the stream to be in April. As I'm thinking, I'm probably not going to get that stupid animation done till May at the earliest. So that might pan out. Sport, I thought it was boy. It does sound a bit the same, doesn't it? A Very Stranger was a fun transcription exercise for back at school. All cool beans. Every time I see those episodes, I get chills. You did an amazing job. Well, thank you. We're winning. Yay, all luck to you, Betsy. I will try my darndest not to disappoint. So, I am so grateful for you all hanging out with me today. And I hope to see you more in future. And, probably when I actually finish the piece that I was drawing, I'll put it up where it can be seen. So I'll see you all later.